news from Albany. Leaders of the Democrat-led state assembly and Senate say the state legislature will pass legislation that will strip embattled Governor Andrew Cuomo of his temporary emergency powers granted to him at the start of the pandemic last year.
Now, those powers were set to expire on April 30th. Once this bill passes, Cuomo will lose those powers immediately. That means he will no longer be able to issue any statewide directives like shutdowns, shifting control back to local governments. Now, it's important to note here that all executive actions already in place deemed critical to public health will remain in place for now.
All of this comes as 6 Democratic state lawmakers here in New York join calls from Republicans for the governor to resign now that a third accuser has stepped forward with sexual harassment allegations against him. At this point, there is still no word on a special prosecutor who will handle the investigation.
But tonight, even one of the governor's most loyal supporters here in Western New York says he has seen the governor do things that made him uncomfortable. 7 Eyewitness.
It's just creepy. I mean, seriously, you just meet the person, and I don't care who you are. I don't think that's what you should do. Is it illegal? It's not illegal. It's just creepy.
Creepy. That's what Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz is calling Governor Cuomo's alleged actions, described by now 3 different women, accusing the governor of sexual harassment. Poloncarz says he's seen the governor be handsy at events in the past, and according to Poloncarz, it was well received. Poloncarz is not one of the growing number calling for Cuomo's resignation. The New York Working Families Party, who supported Cuomo in all 3 gubernatorial races, tweeting, quote, "Governor Cuomo's reign of fear, harassment, and intimidation cannot continue. We're calling on the governor to resign immediately because he's unfit to serve the people of New York." New York State Young Democrats is also calling for his resignation. In a statement, the committee said, quote, "We believe the survivors and trust that the AG's investigation will substantiate the claims that have been made. Because of this, and in light of this demonstrated pattern of behavior, we call on the governor to resign immediately." That's in contrast to Cuomo's longtime ally, Democratic Committee Chairman Jay Jacobs, who's asking Democrats to reserve judgment. His statement reads in part, "It is both premature and unfair for anyone to opine on the outcome until the investigation is completed and the results reported."
We're going to save lives.
Cuomo hasn't made a public appearance since nearly a week ago on February 24th. Political strategist Jack O'Donnell.
It doesn't really surprise me that the governor and his team are taking some time to kind of figure out where things stand.
Meantime, the New York Attorney General has yet to announce who will handle the independent investigation, an investigation that will be paid for by you, the taxpayer. University at Buffalo law professor James Gardner says Cuomo could be subpoenaed and could also use what's called executive privilege to avoid testifying. How does executive privilege play in this scenario?
This principle of executive privilege would give him, if it applies, a way of stonewalling and putting off investigations and then delaying the course of the law.
It's unclear how long the investigation will take. Poloncarz says we must now let it play out, although he adds he would never behave the way the governor stands accused of.
They're not just inappropriate. I mean, I'd never think about saying that to one of my employees. I don't even think about saying that to some of my friends.
And Allie joins us live tonight. Allie, we heard from County Executive Mark Poloncarz there, who is not calling for Cuomo's resignation. What are other local Dems saying tonight, Allie?
Yeah, Jeff, that's right. Assembly Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes tweeting today that she does want the investigation to run its course. We did reach out to Senator Tim Kennedy and Congressman Brian Higgins for their reaction. They did not return our request for comment today.
Our Allie Toohey reporting tonight.